Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Tonight we're going to take a look at the Trumpeter Faun SLT56 Tank Transporter. This is the German heavy transporter similar to our Oshkosh M1070 with the M1000 trailer. This is capable of transporting the Leopard 2A6 and A5 tanks, not to be confused with the SLT50-3 with a lighter weight trailer for things more like the Martyr, the Lynx, or even the Fennec. So, I've already got the box top off. I'm going to put it on the floor to gather all the pieces in as I go through them. It's a rather large kit. This might be a longer review than expected. Alright, to start off with, since it's just there on the top, the trailer base and its frame, even though I think that's for the cab. Yeah, that is for the cab. This is a much older kit. I believe it's been out since about 2002, maybe 2003. Not terrible at all. Again, like the LAV, I built this once. I've lost a lot of models when I moved, both back from Europe and around town here a few times in the past 20 years. So overall good detailing. I'd have to research the trailer to see if there is an anti-slip texture or not. Looks like it has locating points for the vehicle chocks and alignment guides. And then here is the chassis. Why do they have that wrapped? Let's find out. To protect these two pegs here. So this looks like the chassis frame for the main tow vehicle, or the main tractor, you would say. Put this over here. Box. Every trumpeter kit back then always seemed to have a little box containing some of the smaller assemblies. And we are not disappointed in this. Comes with the main tires for the vehicle. I'm going to leave these bagged. I don't need them rolling all over the place. Really good tread definition. And they even have manufacturer's information on the side, so they're a little more detailed than current trumpeter, or modern trumpeter you should say, probably because copyright has caught up to them. And more of the trailer tires here and here, 2 bags of them. Again, this trailer is very similar to the M1000 trailer in use by the US Army for hauling around the Abrams and the Bradley. Main cab. Fresh X-Acto blade. Don't want to slice myself. Sorry. Stop. Wrong button. Okay, never mind. We'll go without that for now. Just starting out doing this kind of stuff, so there will be imperfections. Really good roof detail. It doesn't appear to be one of the up-armored ones, just your standard one. Good logo there. Overall, it looks like one of the Faun type trucks as much as you could expect. Nothing inherently too terrible about it. I'm sure somebody more knowledgeable could pick it apart, but to me, it looks like the vehicle it's supposed to be. Some of the fenders look like the rear fenders for the main tractor. Light housings molded in. So we got some of the axles and string for wrapping up into the winches. I might look for an alternative, some form of more malleable braided wire for that, just for a better look. And here is some copper wire and some other wire tubing, probably for use in plumbing out the vehicle's frame. I do know the instructions did call out for a lot of the in-frame hydraulic and pneumatic plumbing. Big sprues, double pack, probably axles, and other details for the trailer and cab. Okay. So yeah, it looks like wheel hub assemblies, swing arms, vehicle chocks, other odds and ends. And same on this sprue as well. They're just a double sprue. More trailer parts here. This is the gooseneck for the trailer. The part, basically the tongue for those that don't know that term. Really nice detailing throughout overall. Usual trumpeter sink marks, mostly placed on sides where you're not going to really see it. Looks like we do have some information placards here. This is the inside face of the upper arms for the trailer. Looks like we have more parts for the cab here. The doors, bumper, and the crew driver's compartment floor. And looks like a... Yep. There's the dashboard, compartment floor, the doors, roof hatch, bumper, wiper blades. And it looks like the skate ring for an MG3. I don't believe the MG3 comes with it, but it looks like most of our cab interior is on this sprue. What are you playing with, cat? Don't throw the ball into the box. Go get it. Frankie likes to play fetch at all times of the day. I didn't get it. Sorry, model student, I'm breaking your record for the amount of time it takes to open a bag. Okay, can't lose that, so we'll stick that in the box with the other miscellaneous pieces. Don't throw your toy into the box. Keep this over here for anything else that's fallen off. So one of the winch wheels, or actually no, this is one of the guide wheels that you would put your tow cable around. Basically one of the pulleys. Looks like a piece for underneath the trailer, loading ramp pieces. Spare tire rim, fifth wheel hub. Now I have to play fetch with the cat while I record the rest of this video, so I hope you appreciate that. I'm double tasking here. Sorry about that getting brighter, I just noticed it was rather dark. I'm not going to reshoot this, I'm just going to go with it as it is. This will be uploaded later on this evening. So I hope you appreciate it, warts and all. I don't have professional editing experience or anything like that, I just do. Maybe I'll pick it up along the way. It depends if these get popular and I keep enjoying doing them. So it looks like fuel tank, differentials, axle pieces. Actually, that's probably this. I think that's the spare tire holder. Goes underneath the frame. Battery box, mud flaps. Here's the main work deck behind the cab. More differential parts. Looks like the front axles with the steering knuckles. If I remember right, if you did this kit right, the front wheels were steerable. I'm trying to remember. We'll get to that when we start building it too. The plan for this kit right now is I want to do a kind of a what if. Because we know most of the Tigers we got. I've got a Ryefield model Tiger. It's a Burge Tiger, so I got no idea what to do with it. I'm thinking I could make it look like one of the like lost, abandoned tigers you'd find in the bushes, you know, like it just got forgotten about, similar to the one in France. It got pushed off the road and forgotten about until the scrapper came to get it, and then now it's a roadside monument. So more air tanks, looks like air filters, brake assemblies, air brake. Yeah. And same on this sprue. This is another double sprue. Quite a few of those in this. The photo-etch pieces, not going to open these. Looks like typical tread plates. We've got some padlocks. Those are going to come in handy. Be interesting. Retaining chains. More of the wiper arms if I wanted to do those in photo-etch. Various vents and grills and mud flaps with the company logo on them. And the shield for the blackout convoy light shield. And looks like some tie-down lanyards too. Okay. That's not it for the parts though. I'm just taking them in order as I get them out. We'll leave the clear parts bagged up too. Headlights, windows. Let's see here. I don't see the beacon lenses, but I don't remember them being cast in orange. They may have just been supplied as olive green parts. If they were, then I will be replacing those with clear, just clear material that's been dyed clear orange. Another double sprue, more rims. These appear to be the main vehicle rims, so the main 8 rims. Trunnions for the suspension. And same for those. Spotlights for the vehicle. Okay. So due to the nature of this, I'm probably going to have to see if I can get the pictures on Prime Portal. Somebody did a very thorough walk around of one of these and shows a lot of the pneumatic and hydraulic lines that run along the frame. Yeah, here's our rims for our trailer. So this is going to be an interesting task. Then on to the instruction manual. I didn't go over the decals, so we'll get those out real quick as well. They are your typical modern Bundeswehr European road placards. I believe it also comes with markings for a unit sent to Bosnia during the I-4-S4 mission. Or at least the box shows it, but the decals are not included. I wish they were. I'll have to see if I have some of those. Come off carefully. Yep, that just took half that with me. Just get that off. We might start the new year off with this kit and the Tiger, but basically I want to have it look like a Tiger that was basically sunk into the mud and filled with dirt, trees growing out of the engine hatches and things like that. Just an almost unrecognizable mess of a Tiger on the trailer, like they recovered it somewhere. Maybe they found it in East Germany after the fall of the Berlin Wall. So, yeah, got a very, very thick instruction manual. We're looking at 35 pages, the 35th being the color guide. I remember building this once, like I said, back in 2003, and I enjoyed it then, but I kind of rushed through it. Let's see what 22 years experience can put on this one now, especially with the different techniques, different materials, and things that are out there. What I've learned, the patience I've learned too. So this might turn out to be one of the better ones. squat because of the glare. I should have thought of that. That was stupid of me. Okay. This is why I need to learn editing. But it looks, from what I remember, they didn't overload any one page with too many parts. So you can kind of look at it and say, okay, this is all I'm dealing with. So even if we do this one page a night, just making sure we've got everything hunky-dory, okie-dokie, set and ready, that might not be a bad way to go about it. For those who want to do more with this kit, I believe it was Aber that did a very thorough photo-etch kit. It replaced a lot of the fenders and some of the finer, thinner metal parts with photo-etch brass parts if you wanted to go even further and more realistic on the thickness. I think I'll be happy with how this is coming. So yeah, you can see right here, it's pointing out to do wire coming out of these tanks to feed other places on the vehicle. I could have sworn, then again, you're talking about memories from 22 years ago. 23. I could have sworn it had something more to do with wires and tube coming down here. I'll probably notice that, yeah, there's little hints right here for dressing up different parts of the winch system and others. Ah, here we go. So I might have to go ahead in the instructions as I'm building certain things so I can pre-lay some of the wiring so I don't get it bunched. Because once this plate is down here that all this stuff attaches to, I won't be able to do that very easily. So we'll have to take it a bit at a time. Getting into the trailer. The trailer is really very simple. You're just repeating a lot of the same steps 10 times. The vehicle guides. Supports for the trailer. Yeah. So this looks like it'll be a fun model. Like I said, the cargo for it's still up in the air. Tiger is still at the forefront, but if you guys can think of anything else interesting, I'd be more than happy to do that. I had considered a GTK Boxer, you know, get the old Revell kit. But that thing is absolutely massive, and honestly it would overpower the model. So I'm just looking for something that would go on this vehicle and not be too much. And that's why I was thinking the Tiger. It's a big vehicle on its own, but it's also small in comparison to this. So I hope this review was insightful. Not my best, only my second one that I've done. And I hope I can do more and do better lighting, better setup. So thanks, and have a good evening.